Welcome back to the Tee Off, episode 31. We are an Australian podcast about the awesome sport of disc golf. I'm Paddy Robinson, and in the studio with me today, I've got Tim Bowen.
Hey, Paddy.
And Andrew Ferguson.
Hello, gentlemen.
Welcome, boys. Nice to get to episode 2 of the 2023 season. We've got a bit of a stacked episode, so we might just get straight into it. First up, we're actually going to have a chat with Nick Mason on the phone. He's going to tell us all about the Sizzler up and coming, so should be pretty cool.
It's going to be a big one, the Sizzler. Can't wait to hear from Nick.
We just called to have a chin wag. We just called to have a chat with friends. We just called to talk some disco and to catch up on the latest disco trends.
All right, and on the phone, Nick Mason joins us. Welcome to the Tee Off, Nick. How you going?
I'm very well, thanks. How you going?
Yeah, we're good, mate. You've got Tim and Fergie here too, and we are super pumped to talk to you about the up-and-coming Sizzler.
Yeah, fantastic. We're very excited.
So how many players you got on the list there, mate? The field looks pretty good, I think.
Yeah, we've got just under 150 on the list right now.
And how long did it take to get that 150? Because I feel like Rego opened and it was sold out like that.
Yeah, it was. It was so the first night had just over 100 registrants, and then by the next day we were at our original capacity of 144. So filled up very fast. And then we did a small increase of the numbers, and that filled up quickly as well.
Yeah,
wow.
Awesome.
Is it capped?
It was. We've had a couple of people pull out, so there are a couple of spots left at the moment. If people want to get in on those last couple of spots quickly, they are free.
Fergie's coming.
Lock
him in.
Is there an MP40?
There is an MP40, yeah.
Oh, Fergie.
Is there an MA40?
There's an MA40 as well, yep.
So did you cap it because of the size of the course? Why 144?
Yeah, so 144 was basically because the amount of time it takes to play 27 holes, basically we don't want people running out of daylight hours to finish the round on Sunday and get home in reasonable sort of time.
So how long are we thinking a round's going to take?
We're looking at around 3.5 hours for a round.
I think you're lying. I think you're lying, Nick.
Tim?
I reckon
I'm pretty sure it took me 7 hours, Nick. Last one. It took me a full 7 hours. That course is bloody big. It's grueling.
Yeah.
3.5 sounds good.
I think 3.5, 4 on the delayed. So that's pretty close to the numbers that we were running last year. So last year we tried 10-minute and 8-minute increments and found that the space on the course really allowed 8-minute time slots. People were getting through pretty comfortably. Everything moved pretty well, and just over 3.5 hours. Sort of for the longer rounds, 4 hours, but
sweet.
It's pretty close on those numbers.
So for those that don't know, where are we playing the Sizzler?
So it's been played at a beautiful park called Western Park in Yarralumla in Canberra. So it's right down on the lake. It's sort of a peninsula that juts out into the lake. One of Canberra's main parks. So pretty lucky to have a course in a location like that. But you're surrounded by water, being on a peninsula, and views of Black Mountain Tower right down on the lake there.
And plenty of wind too. Can definitely test out your overstable discs out in Canberra. That's for sure.
Yeah, if anyone wants to check it out, there is some footage.
Turn it up.
The 2018 Australian champs. You can see a bit of wind on that footage as well.
You can probably see our good man Paddy Robertson putting in a pretty good score too.
Oh yeah, you can check that out as well if you want. But
I'll tell you what impresses me. I'm just looking at the list here. We've got 19 in MPO, and we've got 21 in MA1.
5 in MP42. Fergs, you skipped over MP40.
I did skip out. I'm sorry, but that's good. Usually the MA1 field's a bit more stacked and kind of, surpassing that of MPO quite a bit. But that's good. That's good to see that people are moving up and playing pro.
Yeah. So what's planned for the event? Is there any little shout outs we can do? Is there a tournament disc? Is there who are your big sponsors? Prize money? What can the players look forward to?
What pub are you going to after your 7-hour round?
Absolutely. Well, I think first and foremost, we need to shout out to Aussie for their sponsorship of the event. So they are a title sponsor.
Good shop, Aussie, just so you know.
Yeah.
Very good shop.
Yep.
Ching, ching, ching.
So as far as sort of planned events for the tournament, because of the larger group size with like 150 people registered, we haven't booked in for an official dinner or anything like that, because organising 150 people all in one venue is pretty tough.
Am I hearing beers at Nick's place?
Yeah.
Anyone else hearing beers at Nick's place?
Am I hearing some wisdom from the TD? That's genius.
What's your address?
Now, Nick, there are 19 people in MPO.
Yeah.
I'm focusing in on the Canberrans. We've got Austin D'Alessandro, Jade Brady, Todd Nowalk, Dan Frost.
It's actually Nowalk, by the way.
Pretty sure it's Nowalk. Anyway.
I'll get him on the phone.
We'll get him.
Nick, what is it?
I've watched Todd play, and it's definitely whack every tree, not.
Nick, you've just made the highlights on Instagram.
but it is Todd No Whack.
No whack.
Okay.
All right. I'll stand corrected. Anyway, who's going to win? Who's the best Canberran out there?
Look, I mean, you've got the local Canberra Crush boys, as you said, in Austin and Jade and co. I think any one of them can have a great round. I think they've been unlucky in their past sort of few outings to not manage to be in those sort of top three. I think Jade's probably the pick for me at the moment. If I'm putting money on there,
our next caller,
the boy's out there and puts a lot of time out on the course, and he knows what he's throwing and could pull out that huge win at any point in time.
Our next person that we're about to get on the line, Nick, is actually Austin D'Alessandro. So I'll see what he says about that. He is the carrier of the champ, isn't he? Didn't he win Sizzler last year at Western?
He's defending,
Yeah, he did. I think the battle between those two is going to be pretty furious over the years.
Yeah.
And Austin's one of those guys that can come out and absolutely annihilate the course. But I think Jade's also more Mr. Consistency. So I think those two, the yin and yang of their two games, will be a good fight over the years.
And the Victorians, we've got no chance, have we? Well, let's be honest, we've got zero chance.
To be honest, I have not checked the list of Victorians coming up all that closely.
I'm telling you, we've got no chance.
Have a look at that.
It's David Perry.
Dave Perry.
You got Dave coming up, right? So I think Dave's in there with a chance. Western is definitely a course that favours a big arm, but has plenty of spots where if you're off your line, you're going to cost yourself some strokes.
Dave Perry's got big trunks too, so he'll be fine.
Coming out of your course like Ballarat, I think it plays quite similar to Ballarat. So the Victorians that do well there might surprise how they're going up at Western at the moment.
It's going to be a good competition regardless of where the winner comes from. I just can't wait. It's like seeing a field of 19 MPO and 5 MP40. A lot of pros playing the course. It's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is there some cool prizes up for grabs, Nick, or can you tell us anything about that?
I'm going to keep that mostly under wraps at the moment.
Okay. That's all right. No exclusives for us then?
No, I don't have any exclusives for you on that front. Oh. We will have some cool prizing, and sort of now that we've got the finalised registration numbers and those have all settled, we'll be looking at where they're going in each division and so on. Sounds
good. Well, yep. Tim and myself, we're heading up. We're going to work on Fergie over the next week to try and sneak into that MP40 spot. But definitely looking forward to it. I think it's I haven't played at Western since the Aussie Champs, so I'm super excited about going back and maybe sneaking in a couple of rounds at John Knight there as well. And yeah, cannot wait, mate, and looking forward to having a beer with you there. And thanks for all the work that you've put into the event. No problems at all. We look forward to having everyone here in Canberra and sharing our great course with them and having a great tournament. Awesome. Thanks, Nick. Thanks for coming on and giving us an interview about it. And we'll see you next week.
Thanks, Nick. See you next week, mate.
Thanks, mate.
No worries. Thanks, guys.
Can you still buy cheap firecrackers in Canberra? Is that a thing?
I don't know.
Do you know? Well, why?
No. Bring some back for me.
Now,
Come buy them yourself.
It used to be a thing.
I don't know about the firecrackers. I did just try and take a look because I do remember there being Claire Hussey signed up for FPO at Sizzler, but yeah, she looks like she's stepping up to the mixed 40 division. So yeah, she's good on Huss for not taking out the solo win in a division by herself. She's going to take on some of the others in the 40 plus division.
Beautiful.
Yeah, she actually messaged me about that and said that she didn't want to just go up and be on a lonesome. So yeah, be cool to see how she goes.
The FA2 division is going to be really tight too. You've got Janet Ford Adams, Claire Bruton, Julie Laneville, and Callie Wickham all within about 50 points of rating. So should be good.
Yeah, looking forward to it for sure. All right, so let's just jump back to a little bit of housekeeping. Just want to say thank you. We've had 33 5-star ratings on Spotify. So thanks to everyone who's actually jumped on and hit the old 5 stars. If you haven't already, please do that because it definitely looks good for us. Also wanted to say we've got our YouTube channel back up and running with a couple of best shot double rounds. Myself and Matt Hill went out and tackled the white course at Inverleigh, tried to see if we could get 18 down. And then Dylan Feldman and myself also went out after that and tried to beat the Matt Hill Patrick score. So yeah, it's been a bit of fun. There's some good little fun content there. So jump on, have a look. And if you're enjoying it, hit the old subscribe button.
When are we going out, Tim? Everyone else is going out for these double rounds. When are we going?
He's doing best shot doubles. He hasn't even got the best shot out there. The old flex forehands. You need the Timbo and flex forehand out there, mate.
Well, I'm thinking we might end up doing some trash talk doubles or something like that coming up. So there could be a bit of fun content coming your way, guys. Also, huge announcement. Our disc golf pins have arrived. We'll put this on the old Instagram footage, but we've got some custom tee-off pins. They are here. We are going to be selling these. If you are interested in them, if you go on the link tree, you can find the form there and, fill it out and we'll get them to you. They're going to be $8 each. They're super cool, super fun. I'm really excited about these, and these are just a little fundraiser that we're going to do to help do extra things throughout the year. So, yeah, jump on.
Sounds good. Should we kick off the formalities and get stuck into the recap? And I'm not going to forget about the recap song this time around, Paddy.
Oh, I hope not, mate. I'm getting messages from JB saying, Tim better not forget, mate.
What's news round the world, round Australia? What's news? What's happened and who's spoken?
Oh, excellent. Love that jingle.
Well done, JB. Now, we've had 2 competitions roll out in Australia in the last couple of weeks. We had the Noosa Disc Golf Club fundraiser in lovely Noosa, and that was taken out by my Heiser Flight and Ausdisc teammate, Dan Adamak, with a 987 rated round. He beat Ryan Johnson, the TD, by 4 shots, so well done to Big Dan.
Yeah, good on you, Dan.
Best place female was Jessica Porter, 746 rated round, and interestingly, she went up 100 points from round 1 to round 2. So obviously not a morning person, Jess. Well done.
Excellent.
Then we had the Fantasy Park Open in WA, and that was an interesting one. We had a bloke named Damon Williams, who's Team Disc Golf Warehouse, first MPO tournament, and he snags a win against a big field. Like the players,
really solid field.
Very solid field. Like you've got the young guns in Blake Houston, Alex Kinniston, and Paul Noisen. Jacob Davies, Rob Lim, like some good players. And Damon Williams, 930 rated, stepped up and got a very nice win. So well done to Damon. Yeah.
For anyone like a bit nervous about jumping up and saying, I won't be competitive, there you go. Have a look at Damon.
One right out of the top shelf. Best place female was Sue Summers, FA1, 854 rated rounds. And another win for your comrade there, Fergie, Christopher Finn, MP40. Put in a 12 down, which actually would have won MPO. But well done. He's sticking to the MP40 for the time being and putting in some good disc golf.
Good on him. I tell you what, I saw a video from that event as well.
Okay.
Of someone throwing a disc very, very far.
Oh, Blake shot.
Goodness gracious me.
Ridiculous. How far did that go? Like 200 plus metres?
200 plus metres. Apparently it's 165 metre par 4 and he put it like 40 odd past.
40 long.
Yep. Yeah. Goodness gracious me. That's a big throw.
That's a big throw.
Probably like a 7-speed as well. The guy's a freak. You better watch out. Blake got the intel there. He's coming over for Vic Open. So, watch out.
Should be good. Just as long as he goes 40 metres past on all those baskets, then no worries.
That's it. We don't have holes longer than 60 metres in Victoria, so don't worry about that.
Another couple of notable things from that tournament. Did you have a look who else was in that MP40 list? Corey Bandy.
Oh, I saw it. I didn't see the list, but I saw a photo of Corey ripping one.
Yep.
Oh, bless him. Hasn't changed a bit.
Hasn't changed a bit. No. So for anyone who's heard of Dave Bandy, one of our old school absolute legends of Australian disc golf, his brother Corey Bandy has who used to play quite a bit as well and was pretty handy with the disc, has come back and started playing a bit too. So
good on him. Awesome
to see a couple of these older fellas coming back because they're great people to have around.
Absolutely.
The other one I wanted to do was shout out to Alex Canaston, who's actually signed with Innova.
Yeah, big deal, Alex.
Yeah.
Got the old Innova sponsorships.
Yeah, so huge congratulations to Alex there. Well done, mate. So
there you go. Good on him.
Those two boys, Alex and Blake, they have just the best form. They're way smaller than me and throw way further. It's a scary proposition.
It's because of those young, flexible backs.
And good form.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to have to break our title of the Australian podcast about the awesome sport of disc golf for a moment and talk about a competition that went down in New Zealand. So we're going to be the Anzac podcast just for this week because there was a big one. The Discmania Garden City Open 2023 South Island Disc Golf Championship in New Zealand had a couple of Aussies. So I thought we'd chat about it on the podcast.
Yeah.
Now, listen to these figures.
Yeah.
247 players for the comp, 53 competitors at MPO.
Yeah.
So 53 MPO players.
Huge.
Can we get that in Australia? That sounds amazing. We need everybody stepping up here, please.
Yeah, hey, New Zealand. Just cross the pond, mate, and come play.
That's it.
Played on 2 courses? What's the format?
It's a good question. Don't have those stats, Fergie. You put me down the river there.
No, I did. I was going to only brought it up because it is a sign of those times where if you're going to run these events, 250 or odd people, you need to have those 2 courses or it's over 2 weeks or whatever.
No, it was definitely 2 courses.
Yep.
I think the pros played a different course to the AMs because I was looking at the scores from the FA1 or FA2 and their scores were beating the FPO scores, but the ratings were off. So definitely 2 courses.
Mm-hmm.
Nevertheless, 53 competitors in MPO is huge. The winner was Ethan Stout. He put in 3 992 rated rounds. So excellent disc golf, but not quite yet sort of, huge stuff that was winning Aussie champs, but good scores nonetheless. He took home almost $1,300 with that win.
Yeah.
Huge.
I'm actually, I'm hoping that the New Zealand media company, who was it? I'm just trying to...
Yeah, I always forget.
Something line?
Flexline Media.
Flexline Media. Thank you, Fergie. I'm hoping they've actually gone down and filmed this because we were watching the scores during the day, myself and Dylan, when we're out ignoring you fellas and playing our doubles. But came down to the final 2 holes. Ethan, I'm pretty sure he had a 1-stroke lead. Then on the 17th hole, there was a 2-stroke swing. And then on the final hole, back to another 2-stroke swing. So, pretty keen to check that footage out. It sounds like
is it out
insane. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything, but we'll have to go have a look.
I am keen to hear that, or keen to watch that. On the FPO side of things, Hayley Flintoff won by 1 shot over her competitor Echo Lee. So that was a close one in the FPO side of things as well.
To me, Lee.
Oh, that is shocking.
Oof.
I'm not even going to comment on that. MP40, Mario Chernier won almost $700 for winning MP40. I just love these figures, huge figures.
Yeah.
Now, we need to shout out the Aussies, and I think I have conclusive proof as to who the best Canberran is. I'm so obsessed with finding out who's the best player from Canberra. We had Jade Brady, Austin D'Alessandro, and Dan Frost across the waters to play over in this competition. And Jade Brady, he made the cash at 15th place. Austin D'Alessandro, Dan Frost finished in 18th. So clearly Jade, conclusive proof, best placed Canberran for the Sizzler in next week. And the other notables, Nate Perkins was, pretty well-known pro. He was over there playing. And also Avery Jenkins tied with Austin and Dan in 18th place. So good disc golf played by all those boys. And well done representing Australia overseas.
Yeah, I hope they had a good time.
Oh, if you know those boys, they absolutely had a good time. Now, that's the Aussie and local stuff done. We've got the kickoff of US Disc Golf imminent. It's right around the corner. We've got the Disc Golf Pro Tour All-Stars going down this weekend. And it's not quite a standard disc golf tournament, but this is a teams-based event where they're competing in little mini games of accuracy, putting, and distance. And there's two teams: Team Paul Macbeth and Team Ricky Wysocki. And it was a schoolyard pick, and you can see the lineups there. Who do you boys think is going to win?
I'll go Team Paul. Let's be honest. Like it looks pretty solid. So
I'll just read out the name. You read out the name.
Yeah, so Team Paul, they've got Chris Dickerson, Calvin Heimberg, Joel Freeman, Isaac Robinson, Kevin Jones. That's looking pretty solid. Calvin was already throwing out a good bit of trash talk on some of the pre-stuff. So, yeah.
That's a solid lineup, Dickerson and Heimberg. And Team Ricky, we've got Gannon Burr, Matt Oram, Kyle Klein, Simon Lizotte, and James Conrad. Who do we think's going to win?
Well, I'm going to say Team Paul. I'm going them. But who do you boys think?
I think you know who I think, because I want to segue one of the best things that I've ever heard. I'm going for Team... Team Ricky I can't believe I didn't know about this gem of a song called Sockibomb by... Who's it by, Patty?
Titanic, Kryvanick.
Titanic, Kryvanick. Just Google Sockibomb on Spotify. You can listen to this gem. And I think we will play it at the end of the episode. But there is
we'll give you the whole thing.
Someone's put out a banger about our man, Ricky Wysocki. And no, I can't, if you're going to pick, you're going to play a team sport, if you've got, your captain's got a bloody anthem about him, surely you win the match play. Surely.
I tell you what, the song had, at the moment, it's got 5,500 listens. I reckon it was about 5,200 before I found it.
Yeah, it's a banger, mate.
Smashed
I love it. Hilarious. Team Ricky Wysocki. No, I think that'll be a pretty even battle between those two squads. FPO side of things, I kind of feel like the teams are a little lopsided. What do you boys think?
Yeah, I don't know.
So Team Cat Allen, the captains were Cat Allen and Owen Scoggins. Team Cat is Evelina Salonen, Hannah Bloomross, Cat Allen, Sarah Hokum, Jen Allen, Alex Mandawanu.
Solid.
Team Owen is Owen Scoggins, Missy Gannon, Holland Hanley, Kat Mersch, Ella Hansen, Maria Olivia. So I'm going with Team Cat.
I think Team Cat.
Pretty clear.
Well, how do they pick these?
It's a schoolyard pick. So you had your two captains, and they had their list, and they chose them. And they've got players for specific events. So you go, okay, this one's accuracy, I'll choose this person. This one's distance, I'll choose that person. So could be a bit closer than it looks on paper, but. Look, nevertheless, we've got US Disc Golf right around the corner. Straight after Disc Golf match play, Disc Golf Pro Tour All-Stars, sorry, we've got the Las Vegas Challenge going down. So this is next weekend. I don't know why the Las Vegas comp's always the first one of the year, because the course is a little bland, if I'm being honest. It's battered by wind, but who cares? We've got...
is it warm?
It's pretty foolish. It's not as warm as it normally...
it's probably not
on that side of the country.
Covered by snow.
Yeah, that's probably a good point.
But
last time it looked shit house.
It's just so windy. The course is probably dominated by OB and wind. And I don't know if they just don't film it as well as they possibly can, but it doesn't look that flash. Nevertheless, it's the first big comp of the year. It's going to see some of that ring rust get blown out. And we'll have to get some tips. Who do you guys think
that was the one last year where Gannon and Drew went to a playoff, wasn't it?
I think that was that one. Yeah. And then, Gannon kind of choked a little bit, didn't he?
Yeah. Drew played clever.
Yeah.
Gannon, went for it and unfortunately went into the hazard and then missed the putt.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. But, one reason I like Las Vegas is that, it's like dust off the cobwebs, and usually someone who doesn't outside that big, top 5 players usually gets the win. So I'm excited to see who comes out and who's had a big off season.
Yeah, well, it's always interesting to see, like, a lot of players have changed sponsors and got brand new bags. Kind of like seeing them suck at their new discs, if I'm being honest. So, who do you think's going to win? Let's stop beating around the bush. We've got all of your usual names are there. So if you can think of a pro that you fancy going into it.
Well, look, I would have said maybe Gannon, but I don't know what his bag's going to be like because he's actually just announced he's left Prodigy, and we don't know who the new sponsor's going to be.
Well, you say we don't know, but I think everyone in the disc golf world kind of knows or has their best guess.
Well, we did put this out on the socials. The majority was Discmania.
Yeah, so let's just look at the chain of events here. We've got Simon Lizotte being bought out of Discmania. Discmania going, hey, I got a whole stack of cash. Who's the next best young pro that can fit into our team with Kyle Klein and Eagle McMahon and Isaac Robb and who they got? Is it who's the other young bloke? Is it
Kyle Klein.
Babcock? Is it?
Babcock
Gavin
signed with them,
Babcock,
and then they've got the Finnish guy who
That's right.
USDGC.
Yeah.
It'll come to Nicholas
Antilla.
Antilla.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've identified Gannon Burr, and they've got this big wad of cash on their desk. I think that's where it's going. I think that's where...
Wasn't enough for his mum, though, was it?
She signed the paperwork,
She
didn't she?
wasn't signing the paper. Is that not the delay?
Oh, I don't know.
That was...
Oh, really?
That was a joke, Fergs.
I'm just stirring the pot.
Nah, look, that's got to be it, right? It'd be,
Yeah, I think so. I mean, there were some people throwing Innova out there and stuff, but yeah, I think that's a pretty good breakdown. Discmania have lost a big name. They've got some cash.
So, Gannon's going to have to learn new discs in the space of about a week or two. I'm not going to vote him. Who you want to vote? I think this one's going to be taken out by Calvin Heimberg. It's Innova sponsored. He's about the only pro that hasn't changed disc recently. I feel like it's his.
Yeah. I'm going to say... Yeah, that's my vote.
Any excuse to play that banger.
I'm going to go a little outside. Well, he's not an outsider, but he's changed.
Paul McBeth.
No. He's changed to Discraft. He was with Innova. AB.
AB.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I could see that happening.
That'd be cool.
I think I'd like to see it. I'd like to see him get up.
Yeah, me too.
100%.
Me too.
All right.
FPO side of things. The wow, Owen Scoggins is the highest rated player in FPO.
Yeah, I don't think Kristen's back
Yeah,
yet over there.
yeah, but Owen's in front of Henna and Evelina and Kat Allen.
Right.
Not seeing Paige Pierce on the list, so she mustn't be there. Yeah, who do we think?
Is Val playing?
Val's playing.
Yeah, I'll go Val.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Fergs.
I reckon she'll be hungry. You sponsor too.
I'm going to go. Let's go. Sorry, I'm dragging this out.
That's right. While you're thinking, I'm going to slide down the list and I'm going to go with Sarah Hokum. I just feel like hands in the
Yeah, I
wind.
was just glancing at her. Yeah, it could be. Evelina.
Evelina, yeah. Learn how to putt in the off season, you reckon? Yep. All right, there you go. I don't know about you boys. I'm bloody excited for some new live disc golf to watch. Comps are back on. We're going to do our loose grip pick 6.
I was going to say that's what we're most excited about, aren't we?
Absolutely.
Getting back into the grippies.
That's it.
I look forward to missing it and getting the auto picks.
The auto picks. Bloody Fergie. Come on, mate.
Actually, I picked it up after the start of the season.
You did. Well, for anyone who think, what the hell are they talking about? So for the Grip 6, Pick 6 on new disc, we've got together as a little bit of a group, which I encourage you to do with your mates. We do a bit of a, what would you call it?
We do a draft.
A draft.
Once a week, we all jump on Discord and just talk trash, and we pick player after player after player. So we've got 6 unique players each week.
Yep.
And then the person who does the worst has to chuck money into the pool for a boys trip.
Yep.
Which we'll never organise, but eventually we will.
Yes.
Yeah, it's good fun.
There's a good, good little cash pool going there. So who knows? Maybe an international trip or something.
That's it. If anyone actually looked at my Grip 6 stats, this guy has got no idea because I'm always picking like Nico and my boy Tristan Tanner.
Living on the edge.
That's it. Alrighty. No, That's all I've got, Paddy.
All right. Well, the only other news in the whole Australia sort of stuff is Sarah Lee is now the highest rated woman in Australia.
How did I forget that? Who's she sponsored by again?
What?
Sarah Lee. That's Highs of Flight and Oz Discs. Highest rated female. Wow,
Yeah, so congratulations to Sarah. That's a pretty awesome achievement.
Fantastic.
Been working hard.
Absolutely.
Alrighty. Next up, bit of a fun segment. We put out onto the socials because I saw this on Reddit and I thought it was amusing. But things you can say in both disc golf and the bedroom.
I saw you post this, and I'm like, this is the dumbest thing ever, Paddy. But some of the answers that have come in...
That's what we're about.
Some of them that have come in have been a little bit more creative than I thought they would be. So well done to the listeners.
All right, so some that were sent in and some that I did see. So one of my favourites. So things you can say in both disc golf and the bedroom. You boys want to finish these beers and go another round.
That's got to be one of the Stony
Who
Creek
set
boys.
that in?
Absolutely.
That was one I found on Reddit.
Okay. Get in the hole. That's an obvious one, but yep, accurate. This one, you go Fergs.
Another solo round today.
Too real. Next one. Oops. Early release.
Goodness me.
I want to go this one.
Yeah.
This hole needs a good trimming. Shocking.
Who sent that in?
Why did you skip that last one though?
Well, Ash Wyden sent out unlucky spit out. Jeez, Ash.
Keep it PG-13, Ash, please.
Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, your 3 minutes is up.
Lost.
Who's ever said that?
Now, I'm a little bit suspicious at this bloke because he has actually sent in 2. So this makes, I don't know, seems a bit real. Maybe he's had too much time to think about this. But Cam Ford has sent in, nice playing with you, fist bump. Charming Cam. He's also sent in.
Is it things you can or can't say? Okay.
And mind if I tap out quickly. So,
If I just tap out.
Ever the romantic Cameron Ford. Good on you, mate.
Oh, that reminds me of the George Costanza, like, getting the tap on the back when you're you never want the tap on the back.
Next.
Hang on.
Miller.
Sorry,
Couple more.
I give up after 3 strokes. Ryan Miller.
Jeez.
And Clayton Beck, I like this one too. I'm going to steal it. I didn't perform as well as I usually do. We've all had a bad day on the disc golf course.
Yeah, 100%.
No, well done. That was. I thought that was going to get some really dirty, lame answers, but they're very creative. Well done.
Thanks to everyone who sent in the answers. Yep, they're absolutely hilarious. Thank you. Next up, Fergie. Can I talk about a new sort of segment that we want to sort of keep going here and there, but new course announcements or your latest installation as Mr. Radman.
Yeah, why not? Let's talk about some stuff that's going on and what have you. There's always lots of things on the burner. One of those latest things has been the installation of a course at Mount Buller. So
Nice.
Yeah, so if you don't know, Mount Buller is one of the alpine regions, the ski resorts in Alpine Victoria. It's about, what is it, two and a half, maybe 2 hours, 2.5 hours from Melbourne.
Yep.
Up the mountain. It's been great. I've been working with Pete Warner, who is a bit of a part local there at Mount Buller. And he's been really kind of driving to get a course installed there. And I certainly jumped in and helped out make all that happen. And, the management there have been really great to work with. And I was there just before Christmas to design the course. And we've been kind of working on signage and graphics and that kind of stuff. And, all should be installed this week. And it should be, by the time this goes to air, should be all open, ready to go.
Awesome.
Unreal.
And how hard are we talking? Like beginner course, sort of like Mount Baw or?
Longer than Baw,
Okay.
And less lost discs than Baw.
Okay.
Just the terrain itself is not so thick, kind of off the fairways and what have you. But yeah, still, I mean, look, it's a 9-basket dual tee course. Mm-hmm. So we've basically kind of got about an 850 or so or thereabouts rated 9 holes, if you like, and then the back 9 is more of your probably 900 to 920 kind of rated kind of course ish.
Sounds good. And is it the highest course in Australia? Because I know the Melbourne Club like to tout Mount Baw as the highest course in the country. Is this one higher?
If you stand on the hill, then hold your disc above your head a little bit.
It's higher?
Yeah, it's high.
Oh.
No, sorry, no.
I'm messaging Melbourne. They better take that tagline off their Mount Baw comp.
I don't think it is. I don't think it's going to be. But it's a good one. I should look into that. But look, it should be a really good course. The front 9 is a par 30, and then the back 9 is a par 27. So it's kind of about 850 odd meters for the front 9, and then about 900 meters discs for the back nine. But it's a bit deceptive. Like, I mean, you've got some pretty uphill holes. So the T signs do feature the elevation and things like that, so you can kind of get a guide. Yeah. But yeah, so there's a good couple of, longer, more tough throws uphill. But once you kind of get up to the top, there's some crackers just coming down. A couple of shorties, really good fun ace run holes. But then you've got a couple of longer ones where, I mean, there's a good, there's a 143 metre par 3 kind of going downhill, and you can pretty much throw almost a mid at it.
Yeah, cool.
Let it sail and yeah, so really, really good fun throws. And the course layout's good. It kind of goes up Burke Street up to the top of Shaky Knees, and then kind of down Shaky Knees, and then you kind of figure eight back for the last two holes, heading down Burke Street towards the.
Are these the name of runs? Are they?
Yeah,
yeah. My question was, is it actually on the ski field? So that answers that. Yes,
it is. Yeah, like there's a few different runs there. Burke Street's one of the main kind of like chairlift, streets, if you like. And then Shaky Knees is kind of one that runs down the kind of northern side of the mountain. Anyway, yeah, it's good. Should be a really good fun course to play. You'll be able to grab discs from Alpine Central. There's going to be a practice basket there as well, which is cool. And then kind of head up Summit Road to the start of the course and go from there. So yeah, obviously a bit of walking, Alpine course, but still some good fun throws downhill.
And don't be worried, we'll still find a place to lose a disc.
It's going to be seasonal? They'll take the baskets out when the ski season's in its prime?
Yep. Yeah, so pretty much, I think it's from roughly October through to almost May, I think, is the green season, as they call it, the summer season.
Yep. So
that's when, you'll be able to kind of, they'll put the course back in. They are going to build T-pads as well, so
Sweet.
There will be a T-pad course with signage and baskets and the whole jazz. So,
Is it cost to play?
I'm not too sure. They might be charging a small fee to play the course, or they might be just charging to hire discs perhaps as well. So
I think there's a fee to get on mountain as well anyway, but
yeah.
Cool.
Very
Sounds
good.
awesome.
New course, always good news. Thanks, Fergie. Thanks for all your hard work.
All right, next up, we're going to bring back a segment.
Trash or cash?
It's
on the list.
It is,
I'm excited.
mate. Yeah, it was a bit of fun last time when I put out what do you want to hear more of in 23. People were like, trash or cash. They want it. They brought it back. So, let's get straight into it, boys. And this is going to hit home for us. But first off the list, trash or cash, collecting discs. Is it trash or is it cash?
This is interesting. I want to hear what you say. So, a year ago, it might have been a different story. But.
Look, no, I said I'm not going to start collecting discs because I know I have a very addictive personality, and as soon as I start, it's a slippery slope, and I was spot on. But it's absolutely cash, surely. You're not one of those people, discs are meant to be thrown. You got to throw them. I'll throw them on my shelf, mate. Pull them out and have a look.
Throw that CE plastic. Yeah.
Surely cash.
100% cash.
Yeah, 100% cash.
Yeah.
Don't even talk about it.
Nice. I've actually just on collecting discs, I've actually been putting all my collection into a database, and I've been sharing that around a little bit.
500 discs?
Well, it was a little bit of a funny story. Emily came in and said, how you going with it? I was like, yeah. What, how many discs do you reckon I've got? And she's like, 100? Like, and at that point, I was at the 400 mark. So, a bit of a rude shock to her there. But yes.
The thing with you is, though, like a lot of those are getting through sponsorship and what have you.
True, yeah, I haven't paid for it.
There's blokes I know who want to pay cash because they don't want to see it on their bank transfer.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I paid Patty to build me a table in Sexton Firebirds. It's going to be the new currency soon.
Speaking of collecting discs, I did actually bring these in unrelatedly. So here's a couple of. Hold up for the camera. There you go. There's a first run P2. First run P2, nice and beaten up. I did use these for a couple of years, so they're pretty smashed, but they're still good. I don't throw them anymore.
I bet you wish you didn't use those.
No, so do I, definitely. Although I didn't use this one though. This is a first run P2 as well from the Scandinavian Open in 2008. I was lucky enough to play that event, which is really cool. But that one there, was in the players pack. So
very nice.
Yeah.
175.
That one's pretty sweet. I've seen that one a few times.
The Innova made Discmania discs, very, very popular.
Very nice. All right.
What's next?
Next, playing tournaments with headphones in.
Controversial subject that. I'm going to say trash.
Yep. Yep, I would say trash too. I think, maybe it depends who you're playing with. I know some people just want to focus, but
100%. But
nah.
And look, I get why they do that because they want to shut out all the external noise. They're probably used to playing casual rounds with music in their ears, but in a tournament, I mean, dealing with that pressure, that's part of the challenge.
Mm-hmm. What do you reckon, Fergs?
Yeah, no, I agree. It's trash unless they don't have them in, and then they're a dickhead to play with, and then it's cash because you want them to put them in.
With the wrong person, it could be cash. Yeah.
So select people, cash. Yeah. Otherwise, it is trash. Get it out. Next up, basing your game around overstable flex forehands. Now, this may have been sent in by Austin Alexandra, who also said, "Hey, Tim, how are you?"
There you go. I've got to say, I feel personally attacked.
You made that very clear.
That's it. Well done, Austin. I'm good, thanks. And my flex forehands are working wonders. So I'm going to go absolute cash money.
I'm just going to play it because I know the answer.
Look, you call them flex forehands. I call them Anheuser flips. So, because I know Fergie loves his Heiser flips, I just throw Anheuser flips.
Anheuser flips.
Anytime I am in a park designing a course, I just think, how can I not make this a throw that Tim can do? It's just why I design courses now.
I found that gold picture. You should post the socials of that tee box that had the sign like
right in the middle.
In the middle of the box on the left-hand side. So you couldn't actually throw a backhand. I was like, nothing wrong with that. I can throw a flex forehand around that sign. No worries at all.
Tim's wet dream. There you go.
That's funny though.
All right. Next one kind of goes with the collecting disc, but throwing rare discs. And I know one of our friends, Shawnee Freeman, is regularly using his four-claw buzz.
Four-claw buzz, yeah. Every time he whips it out, I'm like, you're throwing probably $100 disc there, even beaten up. Look, I don't mind it. If you've, like, as far as collecting goes, as soon as you've thrown it once, it's no longer really a gem, so you may as well keep throwing it. Having a bit of swag in the bag, nothing wrong with that.
Yep.
I'm saying, well, it depends. If you've had that disc since forever and you're still throwing it and it's like now collectible, well, fair enough. But if you've kind of acquired something later and you're throwing it, absolute trash.
All right.
I saw a bloke throw a CE T-bird, I think it was, on some hole the other day in the US. Calls it beforehand. It'll be funny if it cracks, and then proceeds to throw it straight into a tree or whatever, and cracks.
And it cracks.
CE T-bird.
CE T-bird.
Yeah.
That thing would be worth a lot of money.
Well, it would be.
Not anymore.
No.
I mean, don't do that. But I don't mind. I don't mind having a bit of swag in the bag. I mean, like if everyone's punting around with destroyers, but you've got like a frigging Calvin Heiberg Halo destroyer. I mean, you got to feel good about that, surely.
No, that's why I normally buy a few extras.
Yeah.
I go doubles, triples, so I can throw one.
Yeah.
There is some pretty cool stuff in my bag.
All right. Well, I'm going cash. But what are you boys? Fergie's gone trash. Patty, you're the
I'm going to say overall
cash money.
cash. Get them in there, show them off. Right, having a beer during casual rounds.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, eh?
Why is that a question?
I mean, to play devil's advocate here,
Yeah.
like I don't often have a beer during a casual round. And the reason is, like, I play very few casual rounds. When I want to get out there and play, I kind of want it to be like a tournament. I'm like just an addict. For
Are you a
pressure.
competitor, Tim?
I'm a little bit competitive. You may see I've got a bit of competitive. Yeah, look, I'm not going to foot fault you if you're, got a beer in one hand and you're leaning over you don't mark your mini. But like, there is that, like, if you're going to have a casual round, why not practice and take it serious? Put the beers away.
Do you actually play casual rounds?
Look, I'm just trying to make it controversial. It is cash. Having a beer.
It's cash. Let's go.
That's why the backpacks have 4 stubby holders. You can put a few beers in there.
Disc dying.
Now, disc dying.
Yeah.
I am just going to go out there and say I'm not a fan of very busy splatter dies.
Yeah.
I like disc art.
Yes.
I like the funny stuff. I think one of the Melbourne boys has a disc that's a polecat with a Hello Kitty on a stripper kitty, like the polecat.
Okay.
That is
All right.
hilarious.
Whoever's got that, can you send a photo of that in? 'Cause
Hilarious.
I want to see that. That sounds hilarious.
It's the polecat, the stripper kitty.
Yeah.
But like, when they take a disc and they put all sorts of colours on it and it just makes it hard to find and I don't know, it's a bit too busy. I'm not a huge fan of that, but that's just my personal opinion. Like, it's just...
Yep. I would agree with that. I think it's amazing what the guys do with it. But those like splatter disc dies. I'm
Yeah.
not a massive fan. I really like the spin dies, and where they're doing the full custom ones, like Arn Dies. If you follow that account, he's a Swedish fella. Freaking awesome, man.
Mate, some of the stencil
Really
dies,
impressive,
even locally,
but yeah.
some of the stencil dies that Darren Stay Smith from Melbourne.
Yeah, Daz has done some stencil dies for
He's
me.
done one.
Super cool.
I've got a picture of my dog on my mid range, and just amazing. So that sort of stuff, love it. Splatter dies, I'm kind of just like personally, I just don't really. Yeah. But like disc dyeing in general is absolutely cash. Like some of the stuff that people can do, amazing.
I think it's all relative. If you're just kind of getting some shaving cream and throwing it in a ultimate frisbee and then just putting in some powdered dye, random. A bit trash, but if you're putting in time and effort, like I follow a couple of Instagram accounts that make tie-dye shirts. Have you seen like some of those dudes put in like hours and hours and hours of tying off stuff to like get a cool pattern and doesn't. So that's art.
Absolutely, and some of the splatter ones, they look insane. Like they are so good. I just personally prefer not to throw those ones. But disc dyeing, like I can't believe how good people are at making pieces of art, and you get to throw them.
It's a pretty unique thing in our sport too.
Yeah.
Like,
So it's got to be cash.
So
right?
cash.
Yep.
DIY disc golf baskets.
That is disgusting trash.
Yeah.
Like I've seen some filth out there. People like some of the stuff, and it's probably taken a long time to make, and filth. So
Yeah, I agree. Just go buy one. Flying disc store.
Yeah.
what if someone wants a basket that can catch a disc though?
There we go. Hey?
Oh, it's funny as.
What's in your backyard?
Yeah, no, I love the rats. I was just thinking, I started the last league with 3 spit outs through 3 holes. And I was like, these bloody rat baskets, shocking.
Mate.
Then I play around with my dad. His disc hits the outside edge of the tray on the outside edge of his disc, and it like nubs in. And I was like, these bloody rat baskets catch everything. Oh, that's so good. No, but DIY disc golf baskets, surely, like, just buy one, as Fergie said.
Yeah.
I know he said it was a joke, but just buy one.
I'm there. I'm with you. Absolute trash.
If you've made a piece of trash, please send it into the tee off, and we will. It can be a little bit like Gordon Ramsay rate my plate. We will rate your disc golf creation. Please send it in.
I'm up for that. That sounds like good fun. In same vein, DIY disc golf bags.
Yeah.
Does it include carts?
Yeah, this includes carts, which I am guilty of. But I recently saw there's a guy on Reddit who put a serious post up where he built a disc golf bag out of PVC pipe.
Ugh.
And absolute trash.
This is like a double chain bong.
Pretty much.
Honestly,
It was all open and everything. Trash.
Look, there's disc golf backpacks. Then there's stuff like that if you're getting PVC involved, and then there's like the Safeway $1 canvas bag. Like you're not too far above the Safeway bag, if I'm being honest. So trash. Just buy one.
Unless it's an old school one. There's a few old school ones getting around from the old players in the 80s and stuff like that. And they made these. Whose mum was it? Was it Lee Bird's mum was making bags? For
Oh, no, I have seen them. They are very cool.
They're as wide as a disc. They probably fit maybe 5 or 6, 8 discs.
Yeah,
maybe
they're
max.
super
Yeah, so
retro,
they're
80s
super
kind of.
cool. Super cool.
Yeah,
So
they're trash.
But in general, trash.
That's the exception, but
That's still trash.
yeah. All right. Valentine's Day disc golf products.
Valentine's Day disc golf. What are these? I haven't seen any of these.
You haven't seen any of these?
No.
Oh, mate, I cannot stop seeing them. Like they're like a disc with a love heart on it that you would buy and give to your SO.
Oh, right.
Which I'm surprised. I would have thought you gave Kat a few of them, but
When's Valentine's Day now? Trash. I don't
Yep.
know. Do we like who the hell wants a Valentine's Day disc?
I don't know. I know Peter J. Robin's been putting out a pretty good post though, and he's done a nice one about Valentine's.
Oh, that was a piss up Peter J. Rodman. If you don't follow him, then what the hell are you doing with your
There's
life?
there's one he's put up, and it's the back of a van, a
touring van.
touring van. There's clearly just a bed in it, taking up the whole space, littered with petals. With one in the shape of a love heart. Happy Valentine's Day to all my pro disc golfers getting laid in a Walmart parking lot tonight. So
savage.
Oh, so savage.
No, that's funny as.
Fuck it. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
That's cash. Valentine's Day products. Trash.
Maybe we.
Come on. Trash. It's a cash grab.
This is a unanimous cash grab right here, but like disc golf meme accounts. Cash money. Like,
We'll add it in. Yeah, there you go. Yep.
The one that's exclusively dedicated to Seinfeld memes. It's combined Seinfeld and disc golf. My two passions.
Yeah.
Called Frolf Jerry. Shout out to Frolf Jerry. But hilarious. Very good. Very good.
Next one. Shouting, get in the hole when someone throws a disc. Especially on like live coverage. Oh, I think it's trash. I hate it.
Was that in our segment about what you can say in the bedroom?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, it was. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
All right.
Shouting, get in the hole.
Yeah.
Get in the hole. What about the attaboy Rick? I don't mind that. I often am in my lounge room shouting attaboy Rick.
Who's the chick that follows him around too? Every time he, woo! Oh, far out.
I love it. The hype train.
I think, is it done? Is the term done? Get in the hole? And it's such a golf thing anyway. I mean, a lot of our stuff's from ball golf, but that's just purely from golf.
Yeah.
I don't mind it, Patty. I don't mind it. I like it.
All right. I hate it.
I've got to wait for it to come back in. At the moment, it's out for me.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So at the moment, now I'm going to put this out on the socials, but I saw this pop up. This forehand grip, it's a picture, but essentially the guy is using his pointer finger and then his ring finger to hold underneath the rim of the disc, inside the rim.
He's doing the two in the rim and one in the... He's doing the, you know what I mean? He's doing that.
Was this in our segment? You can say that both in disc golf and in bed. Oh,
yeah. That is a disgusting grip, the picture that you've got.
Yeah, I'm glad they've used a see-through disc to do it as well.
Apparently, it wasn't a joke post. That's legit how he struggles to throw forehand. So using, as I said, the pointer, ring finger to support, then his pinky is kind of on the rim, and then his thumb is putting pressure, and so his middle finger is down on his palm, and he's throwing forehands. It just hurt. Like, I don't even have a disc, and it hurts my fingers doing
I think
that.
Raven Newsom is a pro player that I think he has his index finger and his ring finger, but not his middle finger inside the rim, which... Like, just look at your hand, try and bend your middle finger down and put your other two fingers up. It's very difficult to do.
Yep.
I'm just going to say this is trash.
Yeah, absolute trash.
Like, I can't physically do that grip. So.
I can't even tell what the pinky's doing. I think, is it warped by the like refraction in the disc?
Yeah.
Okay, right.
Chuck it up on the socials and then you let us know if you're actually able to do that grip. I'll be very confused.
But yeah. Trash. All right, 2 rounds in a day.
2 rounds in a day. Oh, I mean, like...
For tournaments.
I'd love to... Oh, 4 tournaments.
4 tournaments, sorry.
4 tournaments. I mean...
It depends on the length of the course. I mean...
I don't know, like...
Yeah, full-blown comps, like, long courses. Bugger that.
I don't mind it. Actually, I'm going to say cash. More disc golf the merrier. But, like, if you're going to do 2 rounds in one day and that takes away a full day of play, like if you're going to be like, it should be a 3-day tournament and we're doing it in 2 days, that's trash. I kind of like coming back... After a night of sleep, whole new day, whole new battle, kind of like that sort of vibe.
Agree.
What are we saying? Yep. So
I'm also old and I need to recover and have that break.
All right. Let's say for overall small tournaments, cash.
Yeah, it's fair. I mean, it's cash.
Or trash.
It's cash. I don't know.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm going to say cash.
This one was sent in. Man-made OB and Hazard. I think that was sent in with you in mind, Tim.
That is trash. Man-made OB and Hazard. You're not going to make a hole better by putting in man-made OB and Hazard.
Yeah, I'm with you. Trash.
Particularly if it doesn't change the shot and just makes the score different. If it doesn't change the shot, don't do it.
You heard it.
Right, trash.
What do you boys think?
It's trash.
Yep.
Trash.
You could maybe a sneaky Mando, just to kind of keep you honest.
Yep.
But that's about it.
If it changes the shot, yes. But this is like, I've got an 80-meter wide open hole. Fuck it, let's make it an island.
Yeah.
it's like I'm still throwing the same fucking shot.
Yeah. I put this one in, letting your kids play with your discs. Now, I just got a brand new Opto X clear see-through stiletto, and my son picked it up without me sort of seeing him, and he threw it straight into our brick wall and put a nice big ding on it. So, yeah, I am in the trash category for this. We play disc golf all the time with other discs, but yeah, I'm on the fence.
Well, I mean, I don't know. What do you think, Fergs?
I was going to say, this is exactly why I don't give you discs.
Yeah, spot on.
Look, absolutely not. No, my kids get no look in with my discs.
See, I'm going to have
look
to
in.
say, look, I've got a full house of toys, all sorts of toys. Fisher and Paykel, got like Woody and Buzz, Toy Story toys, all sorts of toys. If I put my disc golf bag on the ground, that is what the kids are playing with, without a doubt. They don't give a shit about their toy cars. They don't give a shit about anything. Let's pull every single one of Dad's discs out.
Yeah.
But in that sense, I don't mind plonking it there as a bit of a time save. Just like kids, I know I've got 5-10 minutes to myself. I just wish they wouldn't go to my putter and my like rubber mini, because once they go in the mouth, they get teeth marks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So I think overall, and playing with your discs. So let's say trash. Yeah.
Yeah, trash.
My kids have got plenty of discs.
Yeah.
But just not the ones on that shelf up there, mate.
Yeah.
Tiger
Not
off.
the ones in the plastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Metrics ratings.
Disc golf oh boy, this is a controversial topic. I mean, the answer is clearly trash, because no one gives 2 Fs about metrics. But what do you boys think?
Yeah.
What's your metrics rating?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I've got no bloody clue what my metrics rating is.
That's a good point. No, that's a good point.
Yep.
Yeah. I think you've made it there.
Yeah, I don't want to hear about your
940
metrics
something,
rating.
maybe?
Sorry.
No one gives 2 stars.
Trash. Pro players having logos with just their initials.
See, for me, it's so trash, but it's come back. It's good now. I like it. How can you make your name out of letters looks like something cool, disc golf related?
I think I saw your signature was like the F's are throwing a disc, and the disc is the dot on the I.
That's true. Yeah.
That's creative.
Yeah, okay.
You haven't just gone AF, fucking let's jam the letters together, pump out some merch. Or what I think Tristan Tanner was seeing, just Google TT logo and bang, his logo comes up. No, it's trash. I think did it start with Uli? Or is Uli, like, Uli's is kind of...
Probably in the most recent, but I'm trying to think who else might have done it.
I guess his is
Paul's kind of done
This
it.
is not just his initials, it's the word Uli. So
Yeah,
I guess
yeah.
that's... But like...
I like his.
His is cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
His is quite cool. And I think everyone's seen that and been like, yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah. And shout out Atticus. I really like his with the AA and it's the mountains.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Atticus. Well, why doesn't he have like aces or something, like 2 cards? I don't know. It's just a little bit more creative than just your letters of your initials. I'm going to say trash.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Is it a throwback? Is it not throwback? But is it because what? Who does this? Do tennis players do it?
Is it like Tiger Woods? Is it Tiger Woods that did it?
Yeah, so it's golfers.
Okay.
Yeah.
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 Oh, it's just easy, I suppose.
It is easy.
Trying to
But
do
I'm saying
something with
cash.
PR.
I like it. I like seeing the shit ones.
Yeah. I like laughing at the lack of creativity in the lame ones, but I like seeing a bit more creativity.
All right. So overall, trash.
All right.
But there are some good ones out there. And finally, the last one that was sent in, Disc Doctor. What do we think of that?
The app?
Yeah.
Well, I don't use it, but I probably should, because it's the same format that we use for our putting league, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't mind that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. I've used it. Yeah. It's good. It actually gives, otherwise I'm just kind of just putting, but it's a putting routine that you can incorporate. So yeah, I like it.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, I think you'd only say you didn't like it because you're shit at putting. So
Then use it more.
Get this doctor.
Then I better say I like it. No, I do like it.
That cash. Awesome. All right. Well, that brings an end to Trash or Cash. Really appreciate the people who sent in some topics for us. We are going to bring that back in a few episodes' time. So, yeah, if you do think of one, send it in and we'll add it to the next one. Thanks, guys. All right. Next up is the Australian Dream 18 results. So, hole 3, we had the nominations sent in were Victoria Park in Ballarat. Which is it's quite a short hole. It's got a little bit of lake, bit of water, bit of OB road. So a little bit of risk, but is maybe 79 meters is max.
We're talking about the blue, right?
You're talking about the blue?
Yeah, blue. Yep.
The blue's like 90, 99.
90, sorry. Yeah.
Just
a bit longer.
Yeah.
Yeah, so super fun hole. Crater Lakes in Mount Gambier, hole 3, which is 120 meters, I think, 115. Straight out over an OB water over the lake there. You do have a bit of land on the left-hand side you can try and approach to, but it is, a pretty challenging par 3. And then we had Molong Disc Golf Course, which, Tim, you got featured on.
I did see that.
Kev Costa sent in that one, nominated, and said mainly because I've got a good photo of Tim putting on it.
I'm pretty sure that hit right side changed and got out that putt in particular.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What basket was it?
Oh, what is it? One RPM ones? Yeah. That bloody basket, though, I do like that basket placement.
Yeah, but nice little downhill par 3, and the basket is in a bit of like a cluster of trees, so you've got to be very strategic on your landing placement.
Exactly. Yeah.
So we had about 80 or so votes that came in, and the winner was Crater Lakes, Mount Gambier. Yeah, I think we could have guessed that one, but thanks to everyone who voted. Hole 3, Crater Lakes. So gone back to back, hole 2, hole 3.
I like that Molong's popped up with hole 2 and hole 3. It's a real shame that hole 2 at Molong had to go up against Crater Lakes, because that hole 2 at Molong's actually quite good.
I love hole 2. Yeah,
really
that
like
was
that
when that submission came in. I was like, oh yeah, this is a banging hole.
Yeah, sweet.
So, thanks to everyone who nominated, all those that did. You've gone in the draw for the big prize at the end of the Dream 18. So, thanks, guys. We will be opening up hole 4 later this week. So, keep an eye out on the socials there. Make sure you get your nominations in. Straight off the cuff, boys, can you think of any good hole 4s?
I like Inverleith's hole 4.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Par 3. With a bit of the dams around.
Par 3, tricky landing zone. I don't know. It's just like it's a good one.
Yeah.
Not quite a water carry, but it is if you want to park it. So I don't know. I like that hole.
Yeah, cool. Nice.
Yeah, it can certainly swing a few strokes here and there.
Yeah. Actually, I was swimming in that dam this week because I put my disc in league.
Oh, really?
Straight in that dam. Yep.
Nice. In the tar.
She's milky black. if you're curious.
I like Mundaring hole 4.
Which one's that?
It's a par 4. You're kind of tucked away. You shoot over that the golf fairway, but then you play to this really cool forked. It
looks like a vagina.
Okay.
Ask JB. Ask JB.
All right. So you designed that one, did you?
No, I didn't design that one.
Filthy. But you've got a very...
Resma, I think.
You have to be very strategic in your pin placement, and then you've got sort of 2 avenues to the basket with a left avenue and a right avenue. It's really cool hole. Yeah.
It is a cool hole. Actually, I'd probably I'd rate that one.
Yeah. Hopefully we've got, because Crater hole 2 and hole 3 last 2 weeks, very very like standout holes. Hopefully hole 4 is pretty evenly balanced. So Canberrans, check out your hole 4s.
Yeah, true.
Everyone in WA, get out to your course. Tell us a good hole 4.
Awesome. All right. Next up, we had just a couple of questions sent in. So we'll answer them quickly, and then, that'll be it. So Ed Frost, he said, well, it's not really a question, but he's keen to hear about setting up a league on PDGA. Heard it's been done at Inverleigh.
Well, Ed, I'm glad you asked. And look, can I just start out by saying, like, the amount of coverage this PDGA league that I've done at Inverleigh has gotten has been immense. I think I've had 6 people slide into my DMs to say, hey, I'm thinking about doing this league. How did it work out at Inverleigh? It's very, very good. Yep. So highly recommend it. It's $25 to set up the league on PDGA.
Yep.
And then it's 50 cents per player per round US cents. So about an Aussie buck every player per round that you've got to pay to PDGA at the end of it. But you get your rated rounds.
Yep.
And look, most of the players really, really happy with that. And I definitely think that we've got more players coming to our local league because it's sanctioned. So we've had people come down from Ballarat that normally wouldn't. A couple of people from Melbourne that wouldn't make it their way down to Geelong just to play a league. But on the flip side, there are a cohort of people that probably don't want that seriousness for their league. So you might lose a few people that go, I don't want to have a PDGA rated round, that sort of thing. So just keep that in mind. But I think overall it's a very, very positive thing, and I highly recommend it.
Yep. And it gives you an average of your rating at the end, yeah? It's not like not each week that goes towards your rating makeup. It's...
No, every round goes...
Every round?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think it's worded a little strangely.
Is that to do with the divisional prizes, or more about your average? That you can average out...
It doesn't average out your rating. I think it's worded a little bit strangely on the PDGA site. It says every round that you play contributes to your total average rating. Your total average rating is your PDGA rating.
Yeah,
not
sure.
your average for the comp.
Okay.
Because one of our players shot a really hot round way above the rating. They're like, "Oh no, it's going to be averaged down." It's like, no, that'll still be on your profile. Don't worry.
Okay.
And apparently that's why it's only 6 to 10 week leagues, is because they want there to be a chance for you to have your rating published. If you rate it all year,
Exactly.
it just wouldn't update until the end of the year.
Spot on. Yeah. And look, I think we need to stop worrying about manipulating and making sure our PDGA rating is as good as it possibly can be. It just needs to be a reflection of where we are as a disc golfer. So the more data, the more rounds you play that are PDG rated, the better.
Cool. And you've done a bit of research on this, Fergie.
I have. Apparently you can drink.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yep. So not quite the full tournament rules. I'm glad you said that because people have been drinking. So I'm running it on Thursday nights over summer. So it's beer o'clock.
Yeah. It says, is it true that players can drink flip discs for marking and allow gimmies in league play?
No,
it
surely
doesn't.
not.
So you can't flip discs and do minis, but you can have a drink.
Okay.
Yep. It says here, one exception allowed for league day is players are of legal age may drink during rounds if the park rules allow alcohol to be consumed on the course. However, please drink loads and get drunk. No.
This just in, we've got the bar opening up at Inverleigh for this week's league. So everybody, bar will be open.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
I'm off for that.
Yeah, there's a couple of interesting ones too, where you can't actually have someone playing who's not participating in actually having their ratings.
Oh, right. So if someone says, "Oh, I want to play, but I don't want it to contribute," don't add me into the actual league.
you can't have
They
that.
can't play.
You can't have that. No.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think overall, Ed, it's been really bloody good. So if you want to get some more information, Fergie, where did you find everything there?
Actually, I thought the FAQ on the PDGA site for leagues had answered some pretty basic kind of questions there. So it's not a bad place to start if you want to find out a little bit about it. But there is a full link on the PDGA site which has about how to do it, how to set it up, and all that kind of stuff.
Perfect.
I think based on the feedback, we're going to see a lot of PDGA leagues across the country because I think people from all different states have sent me messages saying, how does it work and would you recommend it? And I absolutely do.
Great.
Good cash money for the old PDGA.
Yeah.
I mean, how many leagues around the world are going to get, be doing this?
Spot on. But I mean, if you think about how do we change our rating in Australia, you might play a comp once every 2 months. So, your rating might change over 2 months, but you don't have any rounds to sort of physically change it on the PDGA site, you know what I mean? So I think having those leagues where you can sort of put in a rated round every week in between competitions is only going to be a good thing for the accuracy of the PDGA ratings.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Ed Frost, get onto it, mate.
Next question came in from Liam Brunelli Brondex, LA Disc Golf. Is the Aussie Open returning?
Oh, yes.
Jeez, that'd be amazing if it did.
It would be good. Oh, I'm going to say yes, it will. Yes, it will. Like, I just don't know when.
Yeah.
I just don't know when.
Wait, let's clarify that. So you don't have any intel, like it's not actually coming back, but you think it will eventually.
I think it will.
Yeah.
For those
Don't get as excited, mate, because I've watched the Aussie Open on YouTube. And shout out again, Google Aussie Open 2015 and Aussie Open 2017 on YouTube, and make sure you watch that. Held out at Mundaring in WA. Don't get us all excited because I bloody want that to come back.
Look,
It's amazing.
It was a PDGA major. We got, there was, relatively small field, really, but there was a lot of, pretty stacked there with some internationals, and just a great vibe, great event. So, it'd be nice to bring that back. And I think, it's getting closer to that point where it's going to be feasible to be able to kind of invest all that time and money into it.
I think that's the first time, or the only time I've ever watched the world's #1 rated player, Manabu Kajiyama.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Right.
Cleanest form you've ever seen. And the dude is tiny in real life.
And he's mostly throwing 150 class.
Yeah.
Oh, what lightweight stuff?
Yeah.
Lightweight?
Yeah. It's fantastic to watch. I would love to see it come back. It's actually, I've been hearing some internationals, asking this question as well. Because some of the, the Aussie Open branded stuff, the discs and stuff, were actually, pretty collectible. So, there's a few other reasons why, outside of just playing a massive event and having the pros come over. But, it'll come back. Yep. It'll come back. When? Who knows? But, it'll come back. Cool. All right. So before we finish up, I think we have to play through the entire Sockibomb song just to give you a good.
This is the last trash or cash. Is this song trash or is it cash? I think it's an absolute banger.
Oh yeah, I'm digging it. It's cash all the way. It's hilarious.
I look forward to listening.
All right, but so before we put it on, but thanks for listening to another episode of The Tee Off, episode 31. Make sure you follow us on Facebook, Instagram, because we are putting a lot of things up on the socials. Go onto our YouTube and check out the Best Shot Doubles videos. Let us know what you think there. And please, if you would like a custom Tee Off disc golf pin, jump onto our link tree and fill out the form and we'll get it to you. We're going to be selling them for $8. Little fundraiser for the pod, which would be great. And we will leave you with Sockibomb Absolute Fire.
Why you threw a puddle when you shoulda threw a driver? You missed the Mando, gotta go to the drop zone. You hit a tree, now you're shooting 3. Coulda had bar, but you shot too far. Cause you ain't Ricka Wasaki. Ricka Wasaki. Ricka Wasaki. Ricka Wasaki. Wasaki. Try to throw a hyzer, but you threw it in the ground. Overstable, understable, still out of bounds. Max weight destroyer, I thought I told you. Think you're under par, but you threw it in the water. Cause you ain't Ricka Wasaki. Ricka Wasaki. Ricka Wasaki. Ricka Wasaki. Ricka Wasaki. Think you got a par, think you got a birdie, think you got an eagle, but you got a bogey. Think you got a par, think you got a birdie, think you got an eagle, but you got a bogey. Think you got a par, think you got a birdie, think you got an eagle, but you got a bogey. Think you got a par, think you got a birdie, think you got an eagle, cause you ain't Ricka Wasaki. Ricka Wasaki. Ricka Wasaki. Ricka Wasaki. Ricka Wasaki. Looks like you missed. You lost another disc. What, you hit the band? Didn't even make it in the basket? Make the basket? Do that overhand? Man, it wound up in the sand? What was that? Probably your Rock 3, maybe your T-Bird, the Firebird, the P2, whatever it was. One of them. Probably your custom stamp. But we all know that one will be missed. But it looks like you ain't getting it. Try to throw a hyzer, but you threw it in the ground. Overstable, understable, still out of bounds. Max weight destroyer, I thought I told you. Think you're under par, but you threw it in the cause you ain't Ricka Wasaki. Ricka Wasaki. Ricka Wasaki. Ricka Wasaki. Ricka Wasaki.
So that's the end of the episode. Thanks for listening. I don't know why you're still here. We have to go see our families. Seriously, just go play disc golf.